So this was Yajilin Yacht's Trial 3. The main idea I wanted to show with this puzzle, well, there were two. One of them was I wanted to make sure I had this unclued wall so that it's just fully shown, but I also wanted to kind of show the properties of this one down clue, which I'll get to that in a moment. So we'll start by marking all of the freebies. This isn't strictly necessary, but I feel like it's a good habit to be into for starting out. There are two shaded cells to the right of the two. Can't have both of them on the right, so it goes here. And at this point, you could bifurcate, you could do some guessing, but there's actually a pretty simple way of making progress here. And it has to do with this one. There's a shaded cell either here or here. So I'm going to use a cross mark to show that there's a shaded cell on one of those two spots. Now, the interesting thing is, this means that shading any cell that would force both of those cells to be unshaded must not be true. We can get here, because it would force the following lines, and here. And this is the important one, because now this one is forced. And now we can use the exact same step from earlier, where we don't fork the line with this cell, so we just put the shaded cell here, and the rest of the puzzle should be pretty smooth. There's one final step that's kind of interesting here, and this is a step that shows up a lot throughout the contest. It's a concept that we'll just call entry counting, and this applies to pretty much any loop puzzle. So if we look at this section on the left here, we have one segment coming in here from the bottom and one coming in here from the top right. There's one unknown where we will either have it coming in like this or blocked off. For any given region, there must be an even number of ends coming in, because if we were to have this one come in, we'd have 3, and then no matter how we try to link these up, there will be a leftover end. Therefore, this cell is shaded, and the rest of the puzzle just solves itself. So, a couple really fundamental concepts in this third trial. I really wanted to make sure people had a grounding in the basics before progressing to the actual contest puzzles, because this could be all of the Yajilin experience that solvers would have going in. So, with that said, see you in the next one.